Helen Yee here in California, being joined by the one and only Mr. Beneil Dariush. Always great to see you. And I saw you yesterday at Bellator 286 cornering your friend Spike Carlyle. I know he didn't get the result he wanted, but that was a really entertaining fight.
Yeah, I cornered Spike and I cornered Ricardo. Both guys lost. Tough night for us, but man, both guys really special. Spike, I mean, you guys can see how special he is. He's young, you know, but he's exciting, and he has something where I think most people don't. He has that will to just die in there. Like, he'll push himself to death, and that's what makes him exciting, too.
Well, what would you like to see next for him?
I'd like to see him back on the mat. I'd like to see him wrestling more. Yeah. And I'd like to see another contender fight with him. I'm not too familiar with Bellator's rankings, but some top dogs, you know, like as he's getting better, you know, and as he gets more experience inside that Bellator cage, I think he could do really well, and I think he can be champion.
Did you approve of his Hulk outfit?
Okay, so he had a couple of other outfits. I don't want to say what they were because he might come out with them next. But I was just like, dude, whatever you want. Just when fight time comes, when it's time to fight, you listen. And you know, we got game plans and stuff. We go over the game plan and do, you know, everything like that. And none of it. Yeah, like he like looked at me like, yeah, I got it, game plan, blah blah blah. And then once the fight started, he just. Him and actually Mark Munoz were having a conversation. Mark's like, don't let him set the pace. Don't let him set the pace. And Spike turns around and says, I am the pace. I was like, oh, God, this is going to be a mess. And then, you know, you guys saw 5 seconds in what happened. He just bum rushed him and started swinging.
Well, hopefully next time he will listen a bit better. But I know all the fans can't wait to finally watch your return at UFC 280, October 22nd. Only a couple weeks away now. You're fighting Gamrot and also confirmed as a backup, right, for that main event, the title fight?
That's right. I'm supposed to be fighting. I got Gamrot, possibly might be fighting one of the people who are fighting for the championship, so Islam or Charles if something happens. So, you know, it's a weird fight where I got to be ready for 5 rounds, but I'm actually fighting 3 rounds. Just excited. Whatever ends up happening is exciting. Gamrot, he's such a great fighter, so I'm excited to face somebody like that who, in my opinion, is probably top 5. I think he's easily top 5, actually. And then, if not, I get to face the other top dogs in the division. So either way, it's a win for me.
But with that being said, with you being the official backup for that title fight, Khabib did tweet a couple weeks ago that he doesn't think that Charles Oliveira will show up. What do you make of that?
I think, you know, these guys have been in this for too long because everybody's playing games. Sometimes you just gotta, you know, chill out. The fight's happening. Relax, take your time, and you know, let it play out the way it's supposed to. Let's stop with these games, man. Like Charles goes out there and dies every time he fights. Like he's like kill or be killed. Let's not. Why insult the champion? You know, I don't know what that was about, but I think Charles will be there. But if not, maybe they know something I don't know. You know, I haven't heard anything.
Yeah, but like you said, if not, you'll definitely be ready. Weighed in at 155 pounds on the dot as well. But speaking of Islam, though, a lot of people like to kind of compare like him and Khabib. Kind of looking at their skill sets, is that something that you see as well when you evaluate them?
Maybe skill set wise, they have similar skills for sure. Great grappling. They use a lot of the striking. They're very defensive. But it's weird because Khabib does this thing with his striking where he looks really wild. But everything he does wild is all like a mirage to set up his takedowns. On the other hand, Islam has very safe striking, and then he sets up his takedown. So they both use their striking for the same purpose, to get the takedown. But one of them goes wild, and the other one is very reserved. And it's just, you know, it's a personality thing, what your personality is, and it reflects in your fights.
I know a few months ago when you spoke to the Schmo, you mentioned that at the time your fight wasn't booked against Gamrot yet. So someone else you were looking at was Dustin Poirier. He just got booked against Michael Chandler. Who do you favor in that fight?
Is it 3 rounds or 5 rounds?
I believe 3 rounds.
I think it's 5 rounds for sure. I would lean Dustin Poirier. I would say like 80% Dustin Poirier. But since it's if it's 3 rounds, then I'm gonna go like 60-40 kind of deal. The thing with sorry.
Your daughter, she's grown up. She's doing well right now, trying to sweep the garage.
Yeah, she's up to something. Ama brati muad brati. Baba la besa. Halaka mama. Say halaka mama. Mesh. I like I said, I think if it's 3 rounds, 60-40, I lean towards Dustin, only because Michael Chandler's focused so much on being exciting. I think he actually gives up a lot of his skill sets. I think he could actually do way better than he's done. I think he's 2-2 in the UFC. Yeah. I think he could be undefeated right now if he had a better mindset. But he's so focused on being entertaining and exciting. He's lost 2 fights, and so that's why I'm leaning more toward Dustin.
Well, he recently said in an interview that he believes with the win over Dustin Poirier, he would be next in line for a title shot. But you're someone who was previously scheduled against Islam and Charles. So don't you think that should be you with the win over Gamrot?
Honestly, if I think he's just trying to hype himself up. I don't think that's true. But if that does happen, man, I will. That's basically a clown show. The guy just had a title shot, lost, and then lost again. So it doesn't make sense. After I beat Gamrot, I don't think there's anyone who can step in front of me. So that being said, we'll see what happens. Yeah, I think it would be a joke if he gets a title shot.
A few weeks ago, I spoke to GSP, and he told me that he feels the winner between Islam and Charles is the number 1 pound for pound right now. Do you agree with that sentiment?
If Charles wins, yeah. If Islam wins, it's hard because this is his first ranked guy he's fought. But on the other hand, Charles has fought so many ranked guys and beat so many ranked guys. So I think if Islam wins, he's definitely top 5 or even top 3 in the pound for pound. But I think if Charles wins, he's number 1.
And on that note, if Charles does win, where do you rank him out of all the best lightweights of all time?
I'd have to go Khabib. And then it's like Tony and Charles. You can switch them out. Those are the 2 guys, I guess, and then it would be Rafa Dos Anjos. Those are my top 4 guys, I guess. I haven't really thought too much about it, but and because BJ Penn too, but that's a lot to think about. But Charles, in my opinion, he's like on the verge of being one of the greatest lightweight of all time. But I think a little bit more. I think he needs more than just this. I think maybe one more after this, then we can talk about GOAT status.
But Khabib, for you right now, is the number 1.
Yeah. I mean, he really did do something amazing. He came in and he beat everybody. Wish he fought more grapplers, but I mean, you can't deny his success. So he did amazing. But
for all your fans who can't wait to watch your return at UFC 280 against Gamrot, what would you like to let them know?
Oh man, it's weird having so many people reach out, and when I meet them just in public, I love you guys. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it.